Now, corruption has become so rampant that you listen to government leaders and you find them also talking as if they are complainants. Now, if they are complainants, it's very difficult to see whom they are complaining to. And this has become a problem because the president in the speech, in the budget speech, talked about the discoveries which he had made, about Parliament also diverting money to various purposes and so on. And this is becoming a bit problematic because it's become so rampant that it has actually become acceptable. Now, when you add waste and mismanagement, and there is a lot of wasteful expenditure, when you see huge vehicles, I don't think the number is known by any single office, but they are very huge vehicles, and those huge vehicles spend a lot of money, they consume a lot of money daily and on maintenance. If you see the number of escorts, for example, and escort vehicles, sometimes you can think that there is internal war, so that every official must be protected by innumerable officers and so on. And so it's not only a problem of corruption, but there is a problem of waste, and then there is a problem of mismanagement. Every program, every project, more money is spent on them than it should be spent. And so at the end of the day, the sum total of all this is that service delivery is compromised. And so what should be done? What should be done is not creation of many more departments or lots of speeches about and threats about against corruption and so on. There must be shown the fact that there is the will to fight corruption. And the will to fight corruption is that when you show it, that when it is discovered, it is dealt with ruthlessly. It is dealt with ruthlessly. And so the creation of many offices is going to be problematic. Are you going to create an office now to investigate Parliament? Because Parliament has got the function of the oversight function. The oversight function is to fight corruption. There are a number of committees that are there for the purpose of fighting corruption, of detecting and fighting corruption. And so now, if there is to be an office for the fight against corruption in Parliament and very many other offices, it becomes problematic. It becomes quite problematic. And indeed,
so let me ask, you've worked with the president, meaning you probably know his mind, and you've known him for such a long time. Is this creation of agencies a sign that he has very little faith in the IGG's office, and therefore he creates agencies where he appoints people that he trusts more than the IGG? And two, what is he up to really?
No, I think the reason more offices are being created is that corruption is no longer the exception. It is the norm. It is everywhere. And no single office actually can now fight it. And indeed, because of the magnitude, it may be appropriate to create more offices. but then you have also to give them an enabling law. Because if you have an office without an enabling law, then the office carrying out the function it is given becomes problematic. For example, the ethics ministry has no enabling law. And that is virtually the reason it doesn't do anything. Because it has no enabling law. So if you put other offices, there must be an enabling law for them to be able to function. The officers you put there may actually try very hard, but they have got to go under the cover either of the Police Act or of the IGG Act or any other anti-corruption act.